African Union calls for suspension of anti-Russian sanctions amid rising wheat shortages. So the sanctions on Russia aren't hurting Russia. The Russian ruble are stronger than ever. You know what's hurting? It's hurting poor people in Africa. It's hurting people in Europe. It's hurting people in America. There's going to be food shortages. And they already have $9 a gallon gas in Mendocino County, California. So this big idea of Joe Biden and NATO to put sanctions on Russia over Ukraine is the worst idea ever. Macron and Schultz and Draghi meet Zelensky in Kiev during historic visit. There they are meeting. That's a pretty room. Wait, for a war going on, they certainly have a pretty room. I guess Putin doesn't want to bomb that pretty room.
Are those pride flags? They're very colorful.
Those look like pride flags. I hope they're only eating bottom-friendly food. Schultz, Macron, and Draghi likely asked Zelensky to resume negotiations with Putin. So the reason why Zelensky, who is wearing a T-shirt, is not negotiating with Putin, it's not the other way around. It's not Putin not negotiating with Zelensky. It's Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, not negotiating with Putin. Why is that? Because he'll be killed if he does by the Nazis in his own military, and he'll be killed by NATO.
Why isn't he wearing his leash?
I don't know. Ha ha! So here is our favorite member of the European Parliament, and here's what she has to say.
The head of the African Union calls for an end to sanctions because people in Africa are dying, and an MEP comes in here and bemoans it. I have to say the arrogance is striking. Russia's invasion was a godsend to the worst elements in European politics. NATO dodged being obsolete, the arms manufacturers are getting blank checks, and the Eastern European far right got to bully the rest of Europe into prolonging an unwinnable war against a nuclear-armed neighbour. But the 100 days of hysteria are dying down. Fractures are emerging. Slowly, too slowly, Western Europe is coming to its senses. Schultz and Draghi want to build peace. Macron is against humiliating Russia. He wants exit ramps. But the extremists in Eastern Europe, backed up by the United States, are happy to see Europe wrecked in order to undermine Russia. We don't need more of this lunacy. We need a change of tack, not to deepen it. We need to end this death drive. We need diplomacy, de-escalation, and multilateralism.
These are worse than the Miami Cubans, the Eastern...
So... some people know what's really going on, Kurt.
I mean, everybody's going to find out soon with that big famine on the horizon.
So I like to play whenever she gives a speech like this. She's fantastic. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be crazy? Wouldn't it be great to hear a Democrat in the United States Congress, that the Democrats who control the United States Congress actually say something like that? Wouldn't it be
the things they used to say?
Stuff they used to say just a couple years ago. Just a couple years ago. Things they used to say. Keep voting Democrat, you morons. Hey, we're doing stand-up dates. Salt Lake City, Las Vegas, Chicago, Sacramento, and then San Diego, where I'm taping my new special. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all the tickets for all our live shows. We're coming to your town, maybe.